free content. It's not good with content like that, Jim. You know better than that. Here you go. We're counting down 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Take 3 Wrestling Podcast coming to you on July 21st, 2022. I'm your host, Ernest E.J. Christian, alongside Mikey B, the Sleepy Joe Lopez, Craig in the back. Hi, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
And Big Jim. What's up, buddy?
I'm a bitch.
What the hell is that?
I'm a bitch. Yeah, I'm the bitch. I'm a bitch.
Jim Ross saying I'm a bitch. From one of his
What's good, guys? Another week on Take 3.
Before we begin, this show officially sponsored by my new shirt that I bought at the Sunday Stunner.
That's a badass
DX
shirt.
on the one side, NWO on the other side with Scott Hall in the middle. RIP bad guy.
Yes, sir.
Craig went with me. That was a lot of fun. We got to watch Ridge Holland in a main event where he didn't break somebody's neck.
This show is sponsored by the New York Giants.
No, actually, that match was actually relatively clean. Was it?
This is for you, Jim. It's for you.
I would say this, South Florida people that are listening to this show, if you guys mark out any harder for tables, might have to put an all-point bulletin out, because the minute that match started, you're just like, tables? It was like, oh my God, yes, tables? I was like, what just happened?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
it was good. Well, it was a good show, right? I had some good feedback from that. People went there. I know.
I will say that the Usos New Day match was the match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Damn good tag match. Okay, before we go any further here, Max Dupois and Maxim Male Models.
The formerly fucking LA Knights.
Marseille and Mansoir. Should just had them wrestle. I don't need a 7-minute segment where they come out with the Florida Beachwear collection and posing and, hitting volleyball or beach balls and rafts and all that stuff. I
didn't wrestle at all?
No. Came out. He came out, walked to the middle of the ring, introduced the guys, because I was going to get up and get food and get a beer, because I figured they were going to actually wrestle, because I looked at the results from the night before and they hadn't wrestled. And for some reason I was like, oh, maybe we'll get like an impromptu tag match. I made the mistake of not going and getting food. So I got food during the next match, which was Baron Corbin versus the Fort Lauderdale family tree of Drew Gulak, even though we know he's from Philadelphia.
How's that work out? Jeez.
What? Baron Corbin's challenge was to anybody from Fort Lauderdale. The cheap, let's get the person to cheer for the face here. Mm-hmm. Drew Gulak answered the challenge and, of course, proceeded to tell everyone that his family tree, including his great-grandfather, his grandfather, and his dad, at one point resided in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. His words, not mine.
Beautiful, really? Interesting.
Yeah, so that happened.
The perception of Florida from people who don't live here versus people that do live here, it's fucking night and day. I tell you that, man.
All right, hold on, though. Before we revert to any of the actual shit we have to accomplish on this podcast tonight, you mentioned to us in your pre-show bullshit.
Oh, I saw your tweet. We're addressing this.
Oh, yeah. I saw the tweet, too. Don't worry about it.
What tweet? Whose tweet?
You had yourself a little cheesy steak and some celebrity family feud with your wife because she isn't feeling well. First off, did Lauren kick your ass in Family Feud?
Yeah, she always does.
Good. You're a bitch.
And I'm pretty good at it, for the record, too, but she's better than me.
Well, she's obviously better than you because you're a fucking toolbox.
I'm a bitch.
Exactly. Second off, how did you get your cheesesteak?
Give me how I got it.
What was on the cheese? Like, full details. What's on the cheesesteak?
I'm a simple guy. Okay,
you said
provolone cheese, fucking steak, onions.
They're so big.
Keep it simple.
Does it take more like Wi-Fi to get to those headphones because they're like satellite dishes?
God damn, these are small headphones, dude. What are you talking about? Look at this shit.
Yeah, you're on a small screen. Do you have not realized the size of your cranium?
Oh, my head's fucking huge. You know this, right?
Yeah.
It's not my dick. Come on now.
Like,
Want to put that too, Craig?
Wait, so you have a big head. It's not
your head.
You're telling us you have a small penis.
No. I got a big head and a big dick. I have a small headphones, like I tell you.
No, you said you have a huge head. It's not your dick. That implies that you have a tiny
penis. No, I did not say that, Jim. I said I had a big head, just like my dick. I have small headphones.
I heard not like.
You heard wrong, sir.
Let's
You're
be
wrong,
clear.
sir. Wrong.
Let's be clear. I now have tuned into.
Oh
the
God, no. Why did I say this, Joe? Go
Of
back to
course
sleep.
you
Go
did.
back, Joe. Go back to
Go
sleep.
back to
Go
scrolling.
back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Because you know you're gonna come with some dumb, you fucking dumb shit. Fucking. Go ahead.
Be clear.
I need more White Claw.
Ernest is a black man, and he's married to a white woman, and he only has 2 kids, so he's only had sex twice. His dick is small. Because she'd be all over that shit. They'd have like 8 kids if he was packing heat.
No, I just don't want to have bad credit. That's all.
Got like 10 kids out there somewhere he doesn't know about.
That's that's backwards racist. Though. You know that, right? That's backwards racist.
No, it's science.
Just because you're Spanish doesn't mean you can say shit like that. You know that, right? Just because his last name's Lopez, we can say shit like that.
Oh, it's scientific.
It's close to minority tonight, like me.
I thought he was able to comment on it because it was the dick thing and he's gay. I thought
he likes dick. I get it.
right. So I'm like he is a better evaluator.
But his assumption is that because I only have 2 kids, I don't have 8. His assumption is that black men must have more than 4 or 5 kids at a time.
Don't have more
No,
kids.
you're doing that. He didn't do that.
Yes.
Don't.
Lauren would clearly
Context
want more
clues.
of
You
it.
would want more sex with you if you had a bigger dick.
Let's get this fucking show because this is not about my.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Real point though. So you said your cheesesteak was provolone and
provolone, steak, and onions. I keep my shit simple, dude.
Hold on.
I'm a simple guy.
Before we get down to the cheesesteak thing, to finish the Joe Lopez topic here, it's not racist because you're black. This is a man who came up with a foolproof thing called trickle-down dickonomics. He knows what. So at the end of the day,
Oh my.
toolbox, shut up over there and be fucking craftsman. Now back to
I'll pass the cheesesteak. No peppers.
No.
I'm gonna go like C+ cheesesteak.
No, I'll
You-
give,
oh,
I'll
you-
give
you-
it a pass.
Cheese,
I'll give it a
steak,
pass.
cheese, and onions.
You've had it before, Mike? There's
No mushrooms?
no, I don't like mushrooms at all. I'm not a
What,
mushrooms guy.
and he spread like
Whiz?
mayo.
No. I kept it simple for now. I'm gonna add next time I get. I'll add more shit to it.
All right, see, you gotta have the whiz. If you don't have the whiz, it ain't a cheesesteak.
Yeah, you know,
I've never been a whiz person.
do they have cheese
But
with
it's
there?
with whiz.
Yes.
Okay, so you're a whiz out guy. That you still have the option.
Yeah.
This toolbox probably didn't even know what the fuck whiz is.
I like just doing.
He
white
probably thinks we're
American.
talking about fucking Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
Factual.
Do they have cheese with? Do they have cheese whiz at the place?
I'm not sure. I didn't go inside there to I got it delivered. So
What's the name of the place?
Juniors
And this is in where?
Boy,
in Boynton Beach. Boynton Beach.
Where's Jim?
Pennsylvania.
Okay, as Jim's doing this, though, we're gonna have another watch along here. We're gonna celebrate the 30th anniversary of the legendary Intercontinental title match between Jim's favorite of all time, Bret Hart, and
How this conversation originated was Matt, friend of the show, Ernest Christian, anti-Ernest Christian friend of the show. Anytime that Ernest says something stupid, Matt's the first one that says, "I will smack that motherfucker." Decided to read Ernest's tweet live on 3 Count, which I was watching at the time.
oh
And
really?
To tell me that the next time I saw Ernest, to feel free to open hand smack him if he did not have the cheesesteak properly. I told him I would take care of it, then proceeded to tell me that a fellow listener of the show, Devin, would take care of it because his nickname is Big Dick Devin, and he'd slap him with his dick from
Is
Pennsylvania.
that real? Is that a thing?
What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
that's
Big
his
Dick Devin?
I looked it up. They don't have cheese whiz, so provolone is a totally acceptable substitute.
Yeah.
So you're in the clear. You did okay.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Jim.
Good. I gave
Is
it.
it,
That
is,
just means that he ordered from someplace that's not
Mid.
a legit cheesesteak place.
no, it's not. It's not. It's a pizza. It's a pizza
Yeah.
place. It's
Mid.
clear.
I mean,
Mid.
when you're in Florida, you only have probably so many options for a proper cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Florida's the
I
best
mean,
restaurant
Big
shit,
Al's and Del Rey is better.
Philly American
Just
Grill,
saying.
that Philly Grill place that there's a couple floating around. That place is fucking a lot better.
Yeah, I know. My brother lives in St. Pete, and he was telling me there's a place where some dude moved down there from Philly, and has like a legit Philly cheesesteak spot. But I'll give you a pass.
That you need stuff like that. Like we have Brooklyn Water Bagel out here that's like pretends to be
No,
New
but they
York
use
York, but they're not.
they allegedly use the water from drinking from New York down here.
Yeah.
They use the water filter.
Like-
from it.
I don't like their everything bagels. They're too.
It's all that. It's okay. It's basic. I'll stick to Einstein. I'm good with that. Anyway, watch a long time. We're gonna do the legendary SummerSlam 1992 Intercontinental title match between Bret Hart and British Bulldog, Dave Boy Smith. Timestamp for you guys listening to this podcast is 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 55 seconds. You'll see one Diana Hart and Sean Mooney.
Oh, I thought that was
on your screen.
Hunt. Wait, we're not.
if you haven't, if
Twister over there, what the fuck are you?
Jesus Christ, Helen Hunt, really? We're doing that now? If you haven't seen, if you need to set up, pause the show. Otherwise, if you guys are ready, which I am, we'll get this party started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So straight up, I used to have a little question on Diana Hart back in the day.
Quiet.
I started.
Shut up.
Shut up. Were you still in New York when he was on the Channel 9 News as an anchor?
If it was back before 2001, yes.
Yeah, it was like after his little run in WWE, Sean Mooney. Yeah, it was like around like 94, 95. He was like the news anchor at 10 o'clock at night on Channel 9. Okay. It was so weird. When you only knew him when you were a kid and you only knew him from this, and then you're just like, he's reporting about fucking like people being shot and shit, but less than.
How about, Joe, do you remember Craig DeGeorge? Pre-WrestleMania 4 era-ish, 87, 88. He was in the Sean Mooney role.
Who?
Craig DeGeorge. He was one of the.
The name sounds familiar.
That's the guy. That was his name on WWF on television.
Oh,
his real name,
Mike Adamley too.
Right. His real name is Craig Minervini.
Jeff Hardy.
Craig Minervini. That's
yeah. Channel 4 Sports. Yes.
But isn't that the guy who does the Marlins?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So he started also.
Fish.
Well, not just started, but he did WWF too prior. So, Craig DeGeorge.
So not to change the subject because we are a bracket-friendly podcast.
She's still talking.
She just said about brackets.
She's a woman, dude. They don't shut up.
Barstool Sports put out a Lights Camera Barstool bracket for the best sing-along bar songs.
Jim loves Barstool for the record.
The 116 matchup, Mr. Brightside by the Killers versus 1,000 Miles by our good friend.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we know the winner of that one.
1,000 Miles, obviously. Yeah. The 8-9 matchup is Sugar We're Going Down versus I Write Sins Not Tragedies.
Ooh.
That's a fucking
Fall Out Boy versus Panic.
Yeah.
Disco.
Right, Panic Disco. Lawrence Ray Band, one of her bands.
I'm gonna go Panic. I'm gonna go I Write Sins Not Tragedies. Dancing Queen versus Party in the USA is the 5-12 matchup.
Dancing Queen.
Yeah,
Dancing Queen. Come on, ABBA. Let's go, baby.
Wagon Wheel versus Come On Eileen.
The fuck is Wagon Wheel?
Because it says come, I'm gonna say come on, Eileen. This says come.
Never heard Wagon Wheel.
Come on, Eileen.
How's it go?
Yeah, how's it go?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But you've heard of it. You should know how it
Wait,
goes.
so
I'm not
you
going to
don't know it
sing
either?
it. No, I'm not going to sing it on this show. You guys are idiots.
Why won't you sing?
I'm not earnest.
I didn't ask to sing. I asked you to sing.
It's actually this one. Hold on. You got to let it get to the intro.
You got 10 seconds, fucker.
Fuck off.
Oh, this is
I'm gonna mute you in 5 seconds.
Oh.
You never heard this song.
You probably heard the Darius Rucker remix.
Hey, it's a Darius Rucker version.
Yeah.
the other song.
Hey, lads. All right.
Hey, Lennox Lewis. Look at Lennox Lewis, the champ.
314 is Unwritten by whatever fucking pop star that is. Versus I Want to Dance with Somebody.
That one.
Whitney Houston. Whitney wins. Whitney wins. You know that. Whitney's gonna win.
Unwritten's a
Whitney
good song.
Whitney and Crack. You can't go wrong.
No. The second best first round matchup, the 6-11 matchup, John Denver's Country Roads versus Living on a Prayer.
Wow.
I mean, I go Bon.
Oh, no, it's Country Roads.
John
It's
Denver,
Country
baby.
Roads. We're
That's
going
Denver.
gravel roads, boys. Take me home.
As per Mike Gundy, Living on a Prayer, the white people's national anthem.
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong, Craig.
He's not.
Country
He's
Roads.
not fucking wrong, dude.
Country Roads. Take
Gravel
me home.
road.
Number 7, Piano Man versus number 10, Don't Stop Believin' in the first round matchup.
That's Don't Stop Believing.
Journey against Billy Joel, really?
I'm
Against
going
Billy Joel?
Piano Man.
I'm going Billy Joel, baby.
For sing-along
Sing-alongs,
songs,
though.
Dude.
Don't Stop
Yeah.
Believing.
But what I'm saying is Piano Man should probably be higher than the 7.
Piano
seed.
Man, those two should not
Dude,
be.
wait. Can we do this as a fucking...
And in the most obscure fucking first round matchup, Friends in Low Places by one Garth Brooks versus Shex West's Mo Bamba.
Easily Friends in Low Places.
Yeah,
Oh,
Friends of Little
Mo
Places.
Bamba.
Oh, fuck
Mo
off.
Bamba.
Hey, and real quick, is it me?
It's definitely Mo
I
Bamba.
said this to Mike before, but Davy Boy Smith looks like every fat white girl from Kentucky that came back from vacation in Jamaica and got a hair braided.
He ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
You ain't wrong.
Shit.
What about fat white chicks?
No,
Oh.
he's racially appropriating
Oh.
the.
Bring back that.
The fact that Toby Keith, I love this bar, is not somewhere on that list shows how shitty Barstool Sports is.
Hey,
Okay.
you like wait, it's your fault. You love Barstool. So
Okay, first off,
Sweet Caroline.
Unwritten shouldn't be on there. Get rid of it.
Sweet Caroline should be on there. I agree.
So-
easily.
Get rid of Unwritten. That one's got to go.
And that one song that literally two of us had no idea what the fuck it even
Well, that's
was.
because you. That's because.
So who's
that's
going up
because-
against a million
That's
miles?
because you
1,000
fucking
miles?
are into your bars that don't play country music. Because you probably didn't know Friends in Low Places.
No, I know Friends in Low Places.
It's 1,000.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
1,000
really? Do you really? I imagine that, Joe. You have a little place.
Okay. Finals.
That
1,000
right?
miles.
I think that's
versus either
racist.
Don't Stop Believing or the winner of Country Roads and Living on a Prayer.
Oh my God.
Or Whitney.
Whitney.
Fatal four-way. Fatal four-way, 1,000 miles, Whitney, Living on a Prayer, and Don't Stop Believing.
Whitney.
Hell in the Cell.
Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell.
Put him inside a salad steel cage.
Yeah.
Her name is Brittany and he's from Kentucky. Seriously.
He had some big ass traps.
Dude,
though.
Craig, you know what though? You're right though. You're right.
Wasn't the story
Kentucky and
that he had
Jamaica-
like a staph infection going into this match?
Ooh,
Goldberg.
British?
Wait, the winner got a staph infection and the belt?
No.
Yeah.
The winner dies.
Yeah, he did.
If he dies, he dies.
The winner dies.
Yeah, I think that was the prevailing story is that Bulldog had a staph infection,
Oh wow.
so they never actually got to work on the match beforehand.
And it was still awesome.
Oh,
Imagine that. Still awesome.
I mean, two great workers working it great.
Right.
Ricochet of the 90s.
Yeah, fuck him.
Worker Shay.
Fuck
Worker
him.
Shay. He's still a worker.
Strawberry or blackberry? Somebody make a call.
Blackberry.
Always black. Come on now.
You don't like black.
Blackberry with a hint of red cherry.
Chuckberry.
Ernest, and also, have you always been into white girls?
All girl. Well, of course.
I'm just curious because you married a white woman.
No, I don't have preference. It's just, you
Where
know.
are the white
So
women at?
you've dated all different types
Oh,
of chicks.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Grabbed his titties.
I always said my thing growing up, I have one type. Vagina. That's it.
He has one type. Pays attention to him.
What?
He has one type, the one that he can pay for.
One time,
only-
willing to touch his ding ding, which I'm right there with you.
Well, she did it twice.
Yeah, you guys realize the only way to actually prove you've ever had sex is either having kids or having made a porno.
Or some kind of STD.
You done one of those before, at least.
Well, since I don't have kids, she wanted me to make some today, and I never did.
See, I don't have kids.
That's probably for your own
Wait, kids or porn?
best
No,
interest.
porn.
Definitely not the kids. How's that song not in the bracket?
Yeah, that's for real.
Thank you.
Oh, can't let that. No,
Dude, let me hit that at a bar while we're fucking sitting there. We're vibing. That whole bar is vibing.
I don't think that's a. Like,
That's straight up though.
long
You know, I know we fucking make fun of that shit. That's a great song though. It's a
vibing.
fucking
Fantastic
fantastic
song.
song.
I don't think it's like a sing along at a bar song.
Do you guys
I love
like?
that song. Believe me,
Never
I really love
been-
that
Love
song.
George Michael.
Ernest, you got to hear the version. All right, another claw. You got to hear the version by Seether.
I don't like it.
So good.
Not a big fan of it. It's okay, but I love the George Michael
Back to your
version.
toolbox home,
What-
you
The
bum.
video.
Wait.
The actual video.
That's another cover I got to put on my list.
You never heard it before, Jim? You never heard that before?
Wait.
Oh, no. I've heard it. I love it.
Wait, if you're gonna make us watch this stupid match, let's watch a stupid fucking match. What do you guys think of Bulldog's tights? Because they're kind of god awful.
Yeah, but it was the 90s.
1992, Joe. What you
Be
doing,
honest
bro?
with you, Oz.
To be honest with you, I'm more like depressed that his boots have
The
like
BB.
the stupid ass BB in two different colors with
It's
like
stupid.
the kid's
You're
1993.
such an asshole, Joe. It's 1992.
No, but like Bret Hart's look is iconic.
The thing I didn't
There's
like
Bret
about
Hart.
Bulldog's
Because Bret Hart never changed that look.
But I'm saying it's iconic. Like, that would work today. If a wrestler came out
good.
with that, you don't think that would work?
Isn't it iconic?
Isn't it iconic that there's black stuff running down his anus where it turns pink and looks like he shit himself?
I mean,
If you go back and show his ass, where the black drips into pink, it literally looks like he shit himself.
Hashtag fuck Bret Hart.
I mean, Edge never really changes gear.
It literally looks like he shit himself. It's like right to his
He
ass.
didn't change his gear.
like, not until recently.
The only thing I didn't like about Bulldog's gear in this one is like the weird lace-up tights on the left leg.
On one
Yeah.
side. I think that's because he had too much steroids in the left side.
I'm wondering.
Gotta give him extra room.
I'm wondering if the staph infection he had was in his leg that kept him from being able to like seal them up tighter. That's my thought there.
I feel like after just watching that sequence there, Bulldog is a lot more underrated for
Oh, a question.
wrestling.
Yeah, you want to know why?
I wanted to bang her.
Because he's British.
No, but like he was always known as being like the power guy, but like motherfucker just pulled off like an AEW 5-minute match.
Because after this match, he turns into running shoulder tackle, tackle, power slam, running shoulder tackle.
Right, that's not his fault.
A concussion.
But he could actually do like this shit. Like that was a great
go back and I mean if you go back, I mean even in the WWF when you had the British Bulldogs, I mean those two guys were both great workers.
But a lot of people,
if you go back and find some of their shit from Stampede before they went to WWF, I mean it's fucking incredible. It just he came in and he was big, he bulked up, and you were in the steroid era. So like Vince just looked at him as a muscle guy, which was that was the downfall.
But do you feel? I mean, I feel like he's underrated for his in-ring work.
Oh no, a question.
Yeah,
no question. That's easily. Look at this. Look at that move. Look at that.
That was nice.
I will tell you this much: he would never make my Mount Rushmore of best people not to hold a world title.
That's fair. That's fair.
No,
I mean that's easy. That's what Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. That's fucking perfect. Maybe DiBiase.
Scott Hall is Razor Ramon.
Scott Hall, DiBiase.
He gets 2 slots.
Yes. Scott Hall, DiBiase, Piper.
Perfect. Yeah.
Probably my off the top of my head top 4.
I would put Bulldog over Perfect.
Scott Hall.
No.
Perfect might be.
Perfect had also had the gimmick too. The gimmick also was fucking fantastic.
But here's my thing though. I don't think Perfect ever had world champion in WWE level. Like because Bulldog also had the look and all that. Like Perfect didn't have that aspect.
So because he let Vince put a needle in his ass, it gave him world title look.
I mean, kinda. That's what happened for Hogan for like a decade.
Yeah, and then they went to the smaller guys, which this would have been the perfect time for Perfect to have a title run. But let's not forget, the guy was hurt when Flair was there.
Was that pun intended, Mike?
That took it off of Flair.
Was that pun intended, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Piper.
I still put DiBiase because I don't count that bullshit Saturday night's main event.
Oh, we're not doing that shit. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I don't even think WWE counts that.
It's kind of on their Wikipedia, but not.
No, they never counted that. To be honest with you, he had it, but they never really counted it. They kind of Andre. They never counted DiBiase's title.
Piper.
I hardly even think of Andre as having held the title, to be honest.
No, they count that though. Still, they do count that on the roster of.
He did win it.
That's my. I guess that's
your
my
technicality.
He did pin the luster.
Whether he held it for 5 minutes or 30 seconds or 0, because he
win it. He did pin it.
He won
knowledge.
I am surprised.
I mean, honestly, the other name that honestly should be on that list that we all fucking missed was Owen.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I actually took out Piper.
Owen's ahead of Bulldog.
Yeah,
definitely.
In fact, I may take out fucking Piper instead and put Owen in there. Yeah.
I would take out DiBiase before I took out Piper.
Call me crazy though. I don't think Piper needed the title though. He was one of those guys that didn't need it at all.
I think a lot of people in the 80s needed
great guys. It's not that they needed it. We're talking about just guys who had phenomenal careers that didn't have a world title.
I mean, that's the thing.
Piper is right there. Piper and Hall are like 1A, 1B.
Yeah, I'm with Craig there. It's
Like,
those
and
two,
then
and then
it's
it's
like
then it's everybody
fill in the
else.
list.
So you take out DiBiase?
I would probably take out DiBiase to put
Possibly.
If I'm not taking out DiBiase, I'm taking out
Not perfect.
I would take Perfect out to put Owen in.
Fuck.
Put Bulldog in is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm not taking out any of the four that I already mentioned to put Bulldog in.
No, Owen's
And
one.
you
I
add
put
Owen
in.
to the conversation. I have to take one of them out because Owen is probably on that Mount Rushmore.
Owen's probably top 2. To be honest with you.
No, I would say it's Piper, it's Scott Hall, then it's fill in the blank from there. Because the problem was Owen should have had a small run when Bret had the title back in like '94.
Wait,
Yeah, when he got back from Yokozuna.
did Hall never win the WCW World Title?
No, never.
I don't think so.
No, never.
Because that's the one I'll give you. I don't think Razor Ramon was ever WWF World Champion level, but Scott Hall
I
was.
thought he was.
WWE
I thought he was.
I truly believe that you're wrong on that.
No, I agree with Mike on that one.
title on Razor though.
Because if Diesel is, then definitely Scott Hall is
In
too.
the ladder match at SummerSlam, and I would have put him right into a main event feud with Diesel.
Absolutely. Because if you're saying if Diesel got the title for a whole fucking year, then Razor Ramon should have at least got a fucking shot at it.
Instead, we got like a stupid Bret Hart run, fucking stupid Sid Vicious run, Shawn Michaels where he lost his smile like 35 times. There are other guys that could have held the title for, and it doesn't have to be a 1 year run with the belt.
Right. A few months.
A 2 month run with the belt could have gotten Razor to a whole nother level, and then he was gone.
I mean, goddamn, they gave Bob Backlund fucking 24 hours.
He ain't lying.
See, I almost put guys.
He had him with a Bulldog.
I almost put guys like Owen,
The foreshadow.
DiBiase.
Yeah.
Perfect. I almost want to put them higher than like Scott Hall and Piper, because here's the thing. Scott Hall was his own worst enemy.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, especially when you're talking about the WCW, the reason Scott Hall wasn't WCW champion is because of Scott Hall.
Yeah.
The reason why Scott Hall wasn't champion was because he decided to join the NWO, and Hogan was always going to be the number one.
Yeah, he never had a shot.
He
To be
was
honest
big
with
I
you.
mistake.
mean, but here's the deal.
He-
Kevin Nash became WCW champion.
Kevin Nash also got power in the booking committee to make himself world champion.
And not only that, we also had
Wait,
he
but-
also
but
had a
you-
title
you-
one time in WWF. So
You don't think that at some point when everybody had the WCW title that Scott Hall couldn't have gotten it for even a short period of time if they could have trusted him to be clean? Like I'm not trying to shit on Scott Hall, because I love Scott Hall, but let's be honest, there was a reason why the company didn't trust him. So like him and like Piper chose to pursue Hollywood. So those two guys in some aspects not becoming champion
Piper.
are the product of their own decisions.
Piper chose to go because he knew there was no chance he was ever winning the fucking world title from Hogan.
No, right.
He chose to go try to make a living somewhere else because he knew that he would never win the world title from Hogan. He decided to try to make more money in Hollywood and do that because he knew he was never getting the title while Hogan was there.
Dude, he made a great movie.
He did.
I'm not denying he was
Took
great.
2 years off. It took 2 years away from the
Oh.
company. Came back at Mania 5.
Okay, hold on though. We're literally talking about Scott Hall and Roddy Piper being their own worst enemies, but the fucking Ultimate Warrior got title runs in companies after he fucking like walked out like 3 times.
Only one.
His gimmick was so over.
He
When-
was
when
arguably
Warrior
the
have a-
biggest face in the fucking company.
Have a title run after he walked out on the company.
Never again.
He won the title at 6 and never had it again.
Yeah.
He left. He left after 7. He left after what? 8. He
Did
left after 12. He was never a world champion.
Sorry, it was that really shitty match that he had.
So it was
in
only the
WCW.
even years when he left.
Say again?
Only the even years is when he left.
Right. Yeah, he was never champion again after.
Yeah, no.
I forgot it was the shitty match that he had against. I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's
The shitty match against Hogan that he had to come back for it. Fucking
Fall Brawl. Oh,
shit.
fuck it. It was Fall Brawl, I think it was. That. Fuck. Oh, God.
But you know what makes Bulldog never being champion kind of surprising?
What is that?
He was that guy who represented like a whole country of fans, which honestly, as a whole other topic, kind of has to suck when you're like a WWE fan and you don't live in America, because you basically get like one guy where they're like, hey, this is supposed to be your guy. Like if you're from the United Kingdom, you're basically supposed to be a Drew McIntyre fan. That's why we know he's gonna end up fighting for the title at fucking Castles in the Sky. You know, we knew that from the day they announced that fucking card happening.
I hope he does it now just to troll everybody.
But like, if you're a fan in
Just
India,
to troll.
mind you, India, 40 billion people in that country, right? If you're a fan from there, you're stuck with fucking Jinder Mahal and Shanky
Yeah, you want to know why?
Mansoor.
and Veer.
Don't fuck on Shanky, man. Fuck
I'm
off.
just
Don't get
saying,
Jim pissed off, buddy. That's his boy.
Very awkwardly at our show. What I will say though,
Shanky.
the India debate. You want to know why they only have them to rely on?
Oh, you got Great Khali.
Because half of the other people there are like 3'7" and they would never make it in Vince McMahon's WWE.
They're poor and don't have cable and know what's going on.
But see,
Tony Khan presents wrestling.
But here's what's interesting though. At one point, Jinder Mahal basically became world champion because, hey, Indian fans. So like again, that's why I think it's kind of crazy that like Davey Boy didn't get that nod.
Yeah, but you know what? You're not afraid of people from Britain. You might be more afraid of people from the Middle East if you don't give a guy a title.
Alia motherfucking
You,
Snack.
He's
know,
from
you
India.
don't want to hear him like, and my tag team partner, Aloha Snack Bar, and then kaboom. You know.
No, he's from
You know,
India.
this
the whole other
Asia.
country.
Oh, sorry.
It's a whole other country.
this era's interesting.
Yeah,
Right.
Equator.
The
Sorry.
Mason Dixon line.
Yeah.
This era is interesting though, because this is the first time that Vince, now this happened months later after this match, that Vince really went a heel champion for a good while with Yokozuna.
So I'm gonna preface this with going back to Joe's topic. Now that you've said something completely moronic and unintelligent, we don't need to listen to it.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Because it was moronic and
Which Jimmy?
What's about booking though? The booking this era, Bulldog
Yeah.
been champion.
yeah, which is the whole reason why fucking people like the British Bulldog, even though they had the whole country fucking pulling for them, the reason why he never won the world title is because there was a face there that was the world champion machine that was one Hulk Hogan. And then when he left, they decided to put it on Bret Hart. So therefore, British Bulldog got the fucking shit out of the stick. It's the same reason why the heels, like Roddy Piper, never held the world title.
I don't know. I'm not arguing with that. I'm saying it's interesting because like for years it was always Hogan, then was the Warrior and all that. It was always babyface.
Funny. You want to know why he put it on the Asian guy? Because the Asian guy's name was Yokozuna, and it was easy for him to be heel because he'd go banzai.
I'm pretty sure he was Hawaiian.
Yeah, but they
Like in real life.
Yeah, and of course he was. He was part of the
Kayfabe,
fucking,
Joe. Kayfabe.
You're not supposed to know that, Joe.
He's
You're
part
not
of
supposed to know that.
he's part of the
Is he
Al
where
family.
is he where the clot is because he's so big?
Who is?
In the bloodline, he's got the clot.
Oh wow, Jesus!
Do you guys consider this era, Jim? Do you consider this era Hulkamania era still? Is this still like new generation to you? Because this is new generation to me at this point.
Yeah, this is the tail end. I mean,
Hogan wasn't even active at this point. Hogan wasn't even there.
after this, Hogan held the title for 70 days.
Yeah,
So, yeah, this is like the start of the new generation.
because Hogan left after Mania 8.
Okay, it's the start of the new generation. But again,
Pepsi?
let's preface the conversation here. Oh, they went to a heel champion. Yeah, because the guy they trusted to be the face champion left. Then they were like, oh, we can trust Bret Hart to have good matches. Let's go with him. Guess what? That meant British Bulldog, who, again, became his own worst enemy, decided to fuck himself over. But if you go back and talk about DiBiase and fucking Piper, they never held the title because they never let a heel be champion. So my point is, if DiBiase and Piper wrestled in the mid-90s, they would have held the WWE title.
Right.
Oh,
Because-
I agree.
Right, because there's also, once you hit the mid 90s, you started having weekly TV
Wrestling.
that was in prime time on cable,
But,
where, you know, all through the 80s and early 90s, it was fucking Saturday mornings and shit. Like the once weekly cable TV came to be a thing, it that changed the game. And then of course when WCW started getting bigger, like I remember like when Hogan hit 5 title reigns, it seemed like a huge deal. How many guys have 5 or more title reigns now?
7 and 6.
Ton of them.
Charlotte's on her 80th.
Right. So like the number of title reigns doesn't mean nearly as much as it used to.
Right. I agree.
Okay, but I also don't think world titles in general mean shit nowadays.
No.
Well,
You don't think Roman with like long ass
work company.
Roman's the first guy I
titles.
think it really feels like it means something in fucking years.
But here's the thing. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. What Roman means is this is the first time in his career that he's been a heel, and the character deserves the recognition, not him coming around and defending the title twice in the last fucking 6 months. The titles haven't gotten anything because he's holding it. His character has grown and changed and went to another tier because of his god level run. He doesn't need the world titles for this run of him being a heel to be great. I don't think the titles mean shit anymore. The titles are a prop to get over guys that people don't fucking care about.
Because it's whoever they want to be champion, not who deserves to be.
I mean,
look,
always been that. I'll make an argument too that part of the reason that they don't mean as much is because we're 37 years old instead of 10 years old.
Well,
That's true.
That's part of it.
No, but
You know what I mean?
But it's like he said, when we were little kids, you had Flair and his run, you had Hogan and his titles, and that was it. And now it's just like, all right, they're keeping it on Roman to, just to be like, here, we have a champion for this long. You can go in the history books. Once you take the title off from 17 people are going to have it. It's going to be like the 24/7 championship.
I mean, I guess the best thing to do is ask someone who's like 10 years old that really means something to them.
The only guy that has a long run after one and or both of the titles come off of Roman is Cody when he comes back. I don't think anybody else has longer than a 3-month reign with it for the first.
Seth could.
Maybe. I mean,
maybe if Seth wins it at Rumble and loses to Cody the first weekend in April.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see anybody being like, you know what? Oh, cool. We've waited for now almost a year for Cody to come back from this injury, to win the Rumble, to have the match at WrestleMania, to let him walk out the next night, hopefully bring back the Winged Eagle title, because fuck those goddamn god-awful titles that fucking Roman's carrying right now. But I digress. And then it's, who's taking the title off of Cody? Well, Cody's going to have to keep it for a little while. You didn't build this for him to lose it the next night.
Yeah, so let me I'm pulling up the Universal title and the WWE title.
Universal title, you had the Brock Lesnar fucking marathon run where he wasn't there all the fucking time. Then it was like Goldberg, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt,
Bobby,
Drew, back to Miz, back to Bobby.
thanks, Jim.
So the longest Universal title reign was Lesnar's 504. Since then, Lesnar held it for 156. The Fiend held it for 119. Braun held it for 141, and now Roman has it for 679. Those are the only ones over 100 since Lesnar's 503 day. Then you had a 63 day with Roman, 98 for Seth, 27 Brock, 81 Seth, 37 Goldberg, 6 for the Fiend.
What about Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens was prior to the long. Kevin Owens held it for 188.
Reign of Terror. Brock's Reign of Terror, that was 504 days that he was there for approximately 27 of.
So going back to 2017, AJ Styles held the WWE title for 371 days.
Yep.
Then you had Daniel Bryan 144, Kofi 180, Lesnar 184, Drew 203. Then you had some quick ones. Randy 22, Drew 97, The Miz 8, Lashley 195, Big E 110, Lesnar 27, Lashley 20, Lesnar 43, and now Roman 106.
Yeah. So it seems like the Universal title is the one that people get to keep for a while. And the WWE title is the one that they pass around like fucking hot potatoes.
Well, it's because most of the Universal title reigns have been Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar. So we need to get to a point where we get past that, though.
Jim, can you check and see if Brock Lesnar held that title at any point?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did. Like once.
The WWE Championship?
Lesnar had it for 27 days at the start of this year. He had it for 43 days earlier this year.
What a fucking match, dude.
Come to think of it, everything about life was better when you were 10.
Everything.
Well,
Well, I didn't have sex when I was 10, so
Oh, all right.
that's like the big difference.
I wasn't smoking weed at 10.
That's one of the big differences, but most things were better when we were 10.
We thought they were better.
Okay, wait. Random question.
No.
oh boy.
Random. Do you think Brock Lesnar would be as big of a star as he is if he was born in Cardiff, England?
Yes.
Did I just make a place up?
Cardiff,
Yeah.
Wales.
Close enough.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
It's not like he cut great promos to get over.
But they've never really given anyone until Drew recently, like really that much of a chance.
They put the fucking Great Khali in 37 consecutive SmackDown main events on pay-per-view, including like 14 Punjabi prison matches. Pretty sure they gave somebody a fucking chance.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like they scouted Lesnar because he was
If he
he was a national champion wrestler at Minnesota.
he still could have been a national champion wrestler. He lives in fucking England or Wales. They wrestle there.
How many national champion wrestlers can you name from England?
How many national champion wrestlers can you name not named Gable Steveson, Shelton Benjamin, or Brock Lesnar?
I'm just saying, like if your argument is they're going to discover Lesnar because he's a national champion wrestler in England.
That's it.
I don't know.
Great.
What a
Love
fucking
that.
match. What a fucking match, dude. What a match.
Take your title and teabag you.
I forgot how great this match was. Like, I knew it was great, but I forgot how.
I'm not necessarily saying Lesnar wouldn't have been discovered. I don't know that it's a lock either.
Thank God it's over.
You know, the second week in a row that we watched a major match that was great, that they didn't do their finishers in.
He did the power slam.
Did
He
he?
did do it. Yeah, he did. He got kicked out.
The sharpshooter.
Yeah, kicked out.
We countered it, but like,
Brett had him in the
The
sharpshooter.
finisher didn't finish the match.
Right.
I missed that.
Wait till next week's.
Second.
Intercontinental champion.
Wait till next week. Watch along.
We're doing one next week too.
Anniversaries, man. I got the anniversaries.
The fuck are you gonna watch next week, moron?
What anniversary's next week?
25 years. You do the math.
I'm not doing the math. Tell me what the fuck we're watching.
Taker and Brett.
Ew, no.
Why?
Shawn Michaels is fucking referee. 25 years.
I'm good
That
on
match is
anything
not
more
good.
Bret Hart. I've
Oh
watched.
my. Jim.
Why? But I mean, I don't think that match is really that good. Like,
Not.
there wasn't anything monumental about that match. I mean, I know it was Brett's last run and it led towards Survivor Series, but the match itself.
Can I speak on some realism real quick? Harsh dose of reality to the toolbox with the shiny forehead. Survivor Series preview.
SummerSlam.
That one. Ric Flair's last match preview.
Oh, we care about that? Wait, we care about that?
We will ban you from the Summerfest.
I care about it more than watching Undertaker versus fucking Bret Hart. Let's be real here. Because that card is actually fucking entertaining. Top to bottom.
The card is phenomenal.
Fucking
It's stupid
sick.
show.
Okay, so Summerfest, Ric Flair's last match, potential super pod where we have to discuss the final four of the 3CTA 3-count AEW Trios tournament.
That's right. We got to figure that shit out. By the way, yeah.
So-
we got,
So and you want to throw a mediocre Bret Hart Undertaker match on there because it's the 25th anniversary. No, I'm good. Muck.
Sure, you have a word.
Muck.
Okay.
it is my topic, though.
And you can watch that match at 8:30 while 3CT is live, and you can post your reaction to it because I don't want to be part of another fucking Bret Hart SummerSlam match.
So the problem is the Bret Hart part angle, isn't it?
No, the problem is that match was not good.
It was all right. It's really
I mean,
good.
if you think about it, pretty much every week we do a show, is the anniversary of some match.
Yeah.
In theory.
I'm just saying like the 25, 30, 20 kind of.
I mean,
Is there anything from 10 years ago SummerSlam that's actually worth watching? 2012? I wasn't watching back then. I wasn't watching the product back then.
Find out.
2012. Well, I mean, Brock came back, but I don't know if he was wrestling. But
Is there anything from 5 years ago? Is there a Seth Rollins versus John Cena match where John Stewart gets involved? Because I'd much rather watch that.
That's in 14, right? Is that in 14 and 15? 15, right?
I don't give a fuck. I'd rather watch that than fucking Bret Hart.
The main event of SummerSlam 2012 was Lesnar versus Triple H.
Ugh.
No.
Okay.
That's the one that breaks his arm. That's nice.
Okay.
2017 would have been 5 years ago. Let's see what that one was. Barclays Center, New York.
Oh,
We were there, right?
we may have been.
They were
AJ Styles, Kevin Owens.
Well, what was that?
Styles KO was there. That was the
Okay,
US
hey.
match.
Wait, let's make this real easy. Let's play Ernest's little game, okay? Wait. Next Thursday is July 28th. Give me a legit anniversary from July 28th.
This day in wrestling history.
On this day.
That's a SummerSlam. He's
I
probably
bet.
about a month fucked anyway because
Well,
this is the rare
yeah.
year where they're doing
Right.
it.
SummerSlam's always in August anyway. So that wouldn't work. Anyway, good topic. All right, let's go to the next topic
Nope,
here.
Nope, we're not there yet. We're gonna figure this out together, boys and girls. Hold on.
No,
You
we're not
also
gonna-
had
what-
Drew,
we're not-
you had also
what-
Drew versus Bobby Roode was the NXT title match at Brooklyn Takeover 3.
All right. In the meantime, it will be Mike's topic.
Tell me that Demon Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt isn't something you guys want to watch from the 2017.
Never saw it, so it'd be new to me.
I'd say let's watch that.
Wait, you didn't watch wrestling in 2007?
I mean, so you don't have an issue? No, I came out 2019. I told you that already.
No.
Hell,
Wait, we haven't been doing this podcast since like 2015.
no, it just feels like it.
Feels
Oh.
like it, doesn't it?
Just this episode.
3CT has to 2014.
I mean, can we just watch the last half hour of the really shitty 2018 SummerSlam that had Ronda Rousey defeat Alexa Bliss in 4 minutes to win the Raw Women's title, and Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar in 6 minutes and 10 seconds to win the fucking WWE title? Can we just watch stupid shit? Because I mean, if
no,
that's
I'm actually gonna if because given the nature of the show next week, I didn't keep that in mind that we do the fucking final four. So because of that, no watch on next week.
I might pick from the 2016.
What's on that one?
Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins Universal title match.
That's a good
That
one.
sounds good.
Early in that match, and then works his ass off to win the title, only to never get a rematch.
That sounds good too, actually. Never saw it before, but I'll probably watch it tonight when I go to bed.
Great.
All right, next topic. Mike's yours. We got a pay-per-view this weekend.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me bring that up then.
Don't
I didn't check the rundown. I don't fucking look at your notes.
need to. Simple. So only 5 things to touch on.
That is an amazing jacket that
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan is
All
wearing.
right. Death Before Dishonor 2022 from Tony Khan Presents Wrestling. Some people call it Ring of Honor. Some people don't call it Ring of Honor.
Location? Where?
The
Baltimore, isn't it?
Nope. The
Tonka
Center in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Where's Baltimore?
Maryland.
Oh, I was close.
No, not even.
I
No,
thought-
like
But-
3 states
So we were
separated.
far off. I think we drove through Maryland when I drove you down here.
I believe that.
I wouldn't doubt
You
it.
got you got fucking Pennsylvania, Jersey, New York,
Bro, Mass-
Massachusetts, buddy.
If we didn't drive through Mass, we teleported through Massachusetts. So yeah. All right. First match, a pre-show match. We'll see Allison Kay take on Willow Nightingale.
Ooh, I like Willow Nightingale.
Willow.
I like her a lot.
Because Joe likes her a lot, I'm gonna go with Will as well.
No, I think Allison Kay is going to win the match, but I like Willow Nightingale a lot.
Hey, look, it's one of the greatest people to never hold the world title.
Who's that?
Razor Ramon. We're watching the '93 Rumble or the '93 SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Oh,
You
okay.
what season are you in, Mike? You Survivor Series.
Season 6. Season 6.
Jesus. Get it together.
The White Claw's in. It's in.
There
It's
ain't
in.
no laws and there ain't no shows.
Mike,
when
I've
drink
been
Claw.
drinking since 8 o'clock. I'm not out here spouting off great balls of fire.
Hit the fast lane noise.
Beep beep. So I'm gonna go Willow.
I'm a
Since
bitch.
Joel was-
Yeah, I guess I'll go Willow because she had a match on Tony Khan Presents Dynamite last night.
Oh.
First up for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championships of the world.
Oh shit, they're back.
It is the Righteous, Vincent Bateman and Dutch with Vita Von Star taking on Dalton Castle and the Boys. I'm going to take Dalton Castle and the Boys because I think they're actually signed to a contract.
Same.
I've always just loved the Dalton Castle gimmick.
I don't. I've never been a fan.
Did you love him as
Yes.
smooth sailing Ashley Remington?
Yes, that I like.
Fruit baskets for all, boys.
Yes, that I was. And honestly,
Sailing.
the funny thing is, part of the reason why I don't like Dalton Castle that much is because I know he can be better.
Yeah.
Because I loved Ashley Remington.
Smooth sailing ahead. For the Ring of Honor World Women's Championship, the champion Mercedes Martinez defends against, for some fucking reason, she's in another fucking main event women's title match, Serena.
Indeed. Mercedes.
The fact that Razor is still wrestling with this jacket on is fucking impressive.
Yeah, Mercedes retains.
Tony Khan's trying really hard to make
So
Serena.
I'm turning this on now. You guys intriguing me now with this fucking SummerSlam '93 shit.
Sorry. Opening match is Razor versus DiBiase. I'm taking Mercedes.
Yeah,
Fuck
same.
Serena. 2 out of 3 falls for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the challengers, them boys, Jay and Mark Briscoe, who have announced signing, quote, long-term Ring of Honor
Yes,
contract,
saw it today.
will take on the team of Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, FTR.
I'm gonna go FTR
So
begrudgingly.
here's what's interesting to me. The
Summer-
Briscoes sign long-term contracts to be with Ring of Honor, but are still apparently not allowed on AEW TV. So you're probably not putting the tag titles on a team that can't promote any upcoming matches that, like, for the belts.
Unless it gets announced on the show that they're going either
Like,
to have Ring of Honor on a TV deal or on a internet basis.
Possibly. I think FTR is going to win this one. Although if the Briscoes win it, you get a reason to have a third match.
I don't know if it was Tim or if it was Ryan listening to the live show of 3CT said Briscoe's 2-1, so it's 2-2 to force a
Tim.
fifth and deciding match between the Briscoes and FTR, which if that's the case, I'm okay with. I personally hope FTR walks out the champions because I want to see them then win the AEW tag titles and be the Ultimo Dragons of the
tag team wrestling.
tag team wrestling division.
I'm here for it.
So Draggy 8 belts, FTR 8 belt.
Yeah, FTR.
I'm here for it. Yep.
Pure wrestling rules: 3 rope breaks. Once you're out of rope breaks, you cannot be saved by the ropes anymore. The champion Wheeler Yuter takes on the Jericho Appreciation Society's own Daniel Garcia.
I see Yuta winning, retaining.
Uter.
What have I become? Now that I've been freed. Wheeler Yuter. I'm picking Daniel Garcia, the current PWG World Champion.
Ted DiBiase. Hey, this is Summer Lex, Jim.
Ugh.
Goddamn right, somewhere Lex.
Ring of Honor World TV title match. The champion, Samoa Joe, takes on the challenger, Jay Lethal.
I am psyched for that match.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's
tough. It's a tough
Real
one.
golden. That's a good feud. I think Joe's going to win.
I love that it's a good feud, but how much have we seen Samoa Joe be part of this feud? It's more been like Jay Lethal just calling him out and him not being around.
And because of that, I think Samoa wins.
I'm going to go crazy here. I'm going to take Jay Lethal to walk out of
Really?
Massachusetts as the champion and bring the Ring of Honor World title,
TV title.
World TV title, to Nashville for Ric Flair's last match, where he is the partner of one JEFF.
Haha. No, I think
I'm watching.
I think Smojo wins.
I'm watching Razor Ramon come down the aisle. That's a world champion right there, dude. Like you can't.
I'm
Win
glad
Eagle.
it's behind us.
I know. I started up again. That's a world champion, dude, right there.
And finally, for the Ring of Honor World Title, hopefully Bobby Cruz is here because Bobby Cruz doing announcing is my favorite.
Oh, he
announcer of all
will
time.
be.
Fuck Justin Roberts, sign Bobby Cruz to AEW. Other than that, for the Ring of Honor World Title,
Justin Roberts. And
it is the champion Jonathan Gresham with Tully Blanchard because Tully Blanchard's got to be involved in this in some way. Taking on the Blackpool Combat Club's own Claudio Castagnoli.
That's the black guy, Gresham, right? The black guy.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Guy.
Can confirm.
Making sure.
I don't want Gresham to lose.
I don't either.
I don't know that he's signed to a contract, so like
Gresham?
Yes, Todd
I think
Gresham.
he is he?
Claudio
I'll be
winning.
back, guys. I'm needed somewhere. I'll be back.
Business sense.
I got Gresham though.
How big was the pack?
It was big.
Claw. D. O.
I've gone back and forth on this match myself all day. Because Claudio, former Ring of Honor guy, never held the world title while he was a member of the roster. Be nice to see him walk out with the title. I
agree with that aspect.
I am very questionable, though. Is there more coming for Claudio in Tony Khan Presents AEW?
Oh, there is.
And if that is the case, do you really want him working double and triple duty on the nights that Ring of Honor does have shows or TV tapings or stuff like that? So I'm kind of like, personally, I love Jonathan Gresham. Let me not preface that with any kind of negativity. He doesn't need Tully Blanchard to be his mouthpiece because Tony Khan doesn't think he can cut promos. Jonathan Gresham is just fine cutting promos on his own. He doesn't need fucking Tully Blanchard Enterprises or whatever the fuck he wants to call this James J. Dillon ripoff bullshit. How does Tully Blanchard biggest client Brian Cage not on the show?
Because Tony Khan presents professional wrestling.
So fuck Tully Blanchard Enterprises, new champion, Double C.
They did more promoting for Shark Week last night than they did for Ring of Honor's pay-per-view.
Of course they did, because it's Tony Khan Presents.
That tells you all you need to know about where Tony Khan and AEW view Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it's the fucking illegitimate stepchild.
I feel like it more goes to tell you where TNT and Warner Brothers Media,
Warner and Discovery.
because they were more concerned with let's get viewers for our Shark Week than they were for let's get viewers for Tony Khan's pay-per-view. Because that doesn't get them shit.
Which look, don't get me wrong.
But
I understand why Shark Week was on the ring apron, why Shark Week was on the barricades, why they had the little shark fin hats. I get it. It's the same reason WWE had a zombie lumberjack match last year at Backlash. Like,
Rash.
sponsors are paying the bills. Networks are paying the bills. I get it.
Of course.
However, Tony Khan, Wrestling Observer Booker of the Year, is in charge of putting that show together.
Right.
He has a choice to not have Brody King and Darby Allin from the time the music hits until the time that the segment goes black go over 20 minutes. He has a choice to not do whatever fucking tag match was second, not go 20, after the first two matches, they were 38 minutes into that show. And I don't remember them, but I mean, besides Wheeler Yuter coming to the ring.
This is last night?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't watch last night.
I don't remember them once talking about Death Before Dishonor in the first 40 minutes of the show.
Because Tony Khan.
Right. That's a choice. Like, you went to black with a horrible main event. Were
there any ads during the commercials at least?
No. Here's the thing. Absolute Ricky Starks, and I love Ricky Starks.
Oh, yeah, that's my
Big
boy.
Ricky Starks guy. I didn't need to hear from fucking Tony Two Dimes Donovan, who just got cut from NXT, cutting a promo about challenging Ricky Starks for the FTR fucking title. Just have him come out and lose to Ricky Starks.
Right, the match was already announced.
You could have you could have done this coming up Saturday, Ring of Honor fucking wrestling, fucking look at the card. You could have ran down those matches.
I didn't need
seconds.
Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter to have an altercation backstage with Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm, which we've seen that regurgitated how many times? Like, all of these choices were made when they could have been plugging Ring of Honor more. And they didn't do it. Like, you know, so yeah, I'm not faulting them for having the Shark Week sponsorship.
Of course not.
I don't fault WWE for doing it. Now, this fucking zombie fucking lumberjack match last year was the only thing in 8 years of 3CT that I've ever given WWE a 0% F on, because that was fucking hot garbage and the Miz got hurt. But I don't fault them for doing it. I get it. I understand wrestling is a business. But Tony Khan made choices last night, and he made things perfectly clear. And to your point about Claudio, I don't know if Tony Khan has a bigger plan for Claudio and AEW, because
I don't think Tony Khan can think more than fucking 35 minutes ahead of time, because the reality of the situation is that until Philip from Chicago makes his return, you have no idea what you're doing with the fucking world title.
Interim champions. Great idea, fucker.
Here's the deal. Like, Claudio made his debut.
No,
and he was only in Blood and Guts and the match at the pay-per-view because Daniel Bryan couldn't be.
Yep.
And besides that, when have we seen Claudio? You haven't.
The pull apart last night.
Do you think? Wait.
I mean, he's been on TV every week since debuting.
Literally just said wait. Do you think that Claudio was always planned to be in the Ring of Honor show? Or do you think that Daniel Bryan's injury caused them to call Claudio because they needed someone for AEW, and then they were just like, you've got history with Ring of Honor. We need someone to challenge for the title. Fuck it. Let's throw you in there, too.
So were you telling
I'm kind of 50-50.
Both will work out.
No. I'm not saying that he was replacing Daniel Bryan for the Ring of Honor show, but do you think that maybe they had no plan for who was fighting for the world title yet, and then Claudio kind of fell into their lap because, hey, we've got an open spot that we need someone.
According to the
rumor mill?
No, the presser after the show, that Claudio has been signed for, quote, an extended period of time.
So they
already had him.
Yeah.
Ace in the
anything with him?
I don't know. An extended period of time could have been 3 weeks.
Those
it could have been
awful tights on the Steiners.
Yes, they're awful, but they're Michigan colors. So it literally could have been, okay, so they've had him signed for 3 weeks. He's going to show up in 3 weeks at the pay-per-view and maybe do something, whether it's be in a match or whether it be announced that he's fighting Jonathan Gresham for the world title in a month at ROH, Tony Khan Presents Wrestling.
Like, maybe you don't have him in there wrestling like in.
I don't think he's necessarily part of the Blackpool stuff for the first couple of weeks.
But he might have already planned for Ring of Honor.
I think he's always been penciled in for this Ring of Honor show.
That's interesting.
I would agree with that assessment.
All right, it looks like a nice card though. Looking forward to it.
It will be arguably the third best card of the month. Could be second.
And it could have one of the best matches of the year on it because FTR. I think everyone's expecting FTR and the Briscoes to steal the show.
I'm almost coming in with lower expectations for that match because of how good their match was at Supercard of Honor.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, man, it wasn't that great, because it wasn't to that level.
Right.
Yeah, and that's going to be the challenge for that match, is because everybody's coming in with the resume that's already presented, and they need to be able to make it better. Can they make it better is the question. If they do, this match without question should be on every match of the year list.
It's
if
similar,
they can deliver a better match.
It's similar to Seth and Cody earlier this year. Like, following up that WrestleMania match was a tall task.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it twice. And I'd say that their Hell in a Cell is probably the best of the series.
The Hell in a Cell match is one of the best WWE matches in years, period.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree.
Like, to do that match under the circumstances that they did, shows you how good Cody is and how fucking good Seth is.
Yeah.
So Claudio Castagnoli has had 3 total matches in Tony Khan Presents Wrestling.
So it was Blood and Guts.
Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door.
And
the match against Jake Hager at night 1 of Fyter Fest last week.
We the People.
Okay, I didn't watch Fyter Fest. I didn't watch Fyter Fest night 13 last week, so
blame you.
So yeah, that would explain why I didn't see Claudio last week. But
that's what I'm saying. So he's been signed to the roster for however long.
A month now? About a month?
Probably over a month now. I still think that this roster, the AEW roster, if Tony Khan Presents Wrestling is able to get Ring of Honor a small-term TV deal or a YouTube show,
some sort of standalone show,
I still think that they should send guys from this roster there to get more work. The Acclaimed, the Ass Boys.
There needs to be a delineation between the two if Ring of Honor has its own standalone programming.
Correct. And I would move some of those guys from your roster, your Kazarians, your Christopher Daniels. Like, no, I'm not moving Danhausen. I'm not moving Hook. I'm not moving Orange Cassidy. But I would damn sure be okay with moving, Daniel Garcia, Angelo Parker, and fucking the other fucking one. Move 3.0 over there. Let them wrestle tag matches. Let the Jericho Appreciation Society kind of be in both,
I'm okay with that.
Thing.
Yeah, I like that.
You need a couple of big anchors, which I think Claudio can be one of those.
Well, I think your biggest anchors for Ring of Honor is going to be Joe, Lethal if he's signed to a contract, and Claudio. I think those are your 3 pillars that you build.
And the Briscoes.
True. I'm just saying, if that's why I'm saying he has to have his own standalone show.
Yeah.
Because you're signing the Briscoes to not let them go wrestle somewhere else.
Right.
To ensure that you get a 5th fall between them and FTR if they win the titles. Like, you're not doing that. Like,
right.
You have to have your own standalone show. You have to be going to some kind of streaming network where you have to, honestly, fucking make it a fucking 2-hour weekly show on Fight. Internet Wrestling TV, IWTV, put it on there. Set up your own fucking thing. Put it on HBO Go. I don't care where you put it. If you give me weekly Ring of Honor, and I know it's not going to be, 2010 Ring of Honor. Like, I know it's not.
Right.
But you mean to tell me that I can get something where I can go watch the Briscoes, Lethal, Gresham, Claudio, guys that actually wrestle and not go see an explosive barbed wire fucking match and barbed wire shark tank match where Anna Jay leaves the Dark Order and for some reason joins her friend in the fucking Jericho Appreciation Society. Like a fucking waste of that. And then it's like, oh, hey, by the way, that spot that you threw Jericho in the barbed wire was cool when John Moxley suplexed him and Kenny Omega into it like 3 years ago.
Oh, well, look, it's Braun Baker's daddy.
And the key too is like he needs to run Ring of Honor like Vince McMahon ran NXT Black and Gold.
Yeah, I was just thinking
overseeing it, but letting somebody else actually run it.
Because it has to be. It has to be an alternative to AEW.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It can't just be
AEW
Light, right? It can't be, I already watch AEW Dark. Like,
they already have AEW Light.
It can't be White Claw. It's got to be Truly.
Right.
It's got to be a whole separate brand.
Isn't like Kerry Silken and those guys, they're part of AEW now, right?
I mean, personally, the way I would do it is I would have Kerry and I would have Christopher Daniels be the guys that I'm booking that show. And then basically I'd be like, I kind of want this guy to be champion. But, if you guys have ideas, come pitch them to me and we'll work together kind of thing. But I would let Kerry and Chris Daniels just run that.
Absolutely.
One thing I want to say, since it kind of came up, I was listening to JR's podcast earlier today, the new episode, and at one point,
hit it, Jim.
Yeah, I'm the bitch.
At one point, he was talking up Tony Khan.
Of course he was.
And being like, I know it's his boss, obviously, right? But he was talking about how all the injuries that have happened right now, and like, yeah, it's been a real challenge for Tony to have to continue on with all these guys on the injury list. And part of me, how hard of a challenge is it? Y'all had 80 extra people just sitting around waiting for an opportunity.
Jim, can I ask you a question? I was talking about the hypothetical Jim Ross.
Say, which Jim are we talking?
That
bitch.
Yeah. So Mr. Ross, does Tony Khan present AEW now know what it feels like to be Lamar Jackson last year, when every other fucking member of the Baltimore Ravens ended up on fucking IR at some point in their fucking season, and they still almost made the fucking playoffs?
Sauce it.
So I'm sorry, Mr. Khan, Mr. Ross, with your little bitchesness. Y'all's got to get your shits together.
Like, I would say, because WWE has also been bitten by the injury bug, I think they've had to scramble more to actually figure out.
And I feel like their injuries are more severe. Like Phil from Chicago being stupid and jumping off the fucking stage and breaking his foot, that's a Phil problem.
Right.
Stop being stupid. Who else is really hurt? Kyle O'Reilly.
Adam Cole.
No, I'm saying from AEW.
Cole's hurt. Brian's hurt.
Brian is the one that's hurt. Punk is the one that's hurt.
Yeah.
Cole has a concussion because the four of those guys worked a fucking train wreck of a match.
Yeah.
Shoulder's fucked up too.
Whose?
Cole.
Yeah, but his shoulder, I think, has been fucked up since he left fucking...
Yeah, but I think he might actually be addressing it because of the concussion.
Yeah, I would wholeheartedly probably agree with that assessment. O'Reilly, I think, is only out because Adam's out and he just had a baby. Bobby Fish is just sitting around because he has nothing to do now that the two of them are fucking out. But when you
see Bobby Fish.
No, but when you look at the WWE, hey, perfect guy to go put on Ring of Honor while those guys are out and be a guy that could fight for the pure title because he fights that style.
Bobby Fish, yeah.
How much fish could Bobby fry fish if Bobby Fish could fry fish? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, that guy does commercials.
Exactly. But Ring of Honor, it's like, oh.
You mean WWE?
Yeah, that one. WWE, now you're like, oh shit, Randy, back injury. Yeah,
Nope.
not cleared. Cody,
broken neck.
Gone. Broken neck. Can't get him back. What the fuck? We just lost 3 main eventers in like 8 weeks.
And the thing, though, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing.
I said Orton.
But my thing is WWE's, right? Oh, shit. All these guys are down. We've got Ridge Holland. Like, that's where WWE is right now. We've got Riddick Moss. Like, AEW. Like, oh, shit, Adam Cole is down. Guess we're going to have to give them Samoa Joe. Like, you're not really that fucked.
Right. John Moxley was a fallback plan.
Exactly.
Like,
I get it.
But like WWE is the actual, like, the flowers that JR was trying to give
is what WWE's going through.
Is like the credit that Jim Ross was trying to give Tony Khan.
He should have been.
Tony Khan doesn't deserve, but WWE deserves some of that credit because they actually are in the like. We have. They're not even making lemonade out of lemons. They're making fucking lemonade out of like dirty ass like gym socks. Like they literally, it's like.
Joe, I believe the adage is chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Yes. Like
that was literally it was teed up for you and you failed.
Cody Rhodes is gone, but we still have Riddick Moss. Like that is the WWE situation.
I mean, let's also not kid ourselves. They also, in case of emergency, Brock Glass.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
that's what happened.
The main event next. Like Brock was planning on being gone until about January, and now he had to get that big money call in July because everybody else is done broke themselves.
I imagine it looking like the beginning of Fast and Furious 9 when Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez are like happily out of the life and on their little farm where like there's no telephones or internet or anything.
There's no Paul
And
Walker either, right?
right, exactly. There's no Paul Walker either. And you know, Brock. I'm imagining Brock like he's chopping wood, and fucking Sable comes out, and it's just like, we got the call. And he's just like, fuck, get the Brock helicopter. I gotta go to Connecticut.
Get the Brockter.
Get the Brockter. Yes.
He had the bat phone rang and he just goes,
Thing sucks.
Pretty much.
damn it. I was planning on just continuing to farm equipment with my teeth.
I just sat on the couch. Damn it.
All right.
The truth is that global warming would be solved, but they just keep getting in the way of Brock Lesnar's attempts.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, everyone.
Farm
right.
only. Brock.
Did you guys know that they're trying to not related to wrestling whatsoever? Not related to wrestling whatsoever. Fact.
Oh, look at
They are
Russell.
trying to clone the woolly mammoth because scientists believe that the woolly mammoth existing would actually help global warming because they'd be running on like the North Poles and stuff and trampling all the ice, and then it wouldn't be able to melt as quickly. That's a real thing.
I was like, no, I didn't smoke pot.
My thoughts exactly. Anyway,
You sounded
What did
sick.
they before they thought of
my thoughts exactly. Like what?
I don't even.
On that note, Jim, your topic.
I don't even know what to do. Okay.
I mean, if I knew it by heart, I would say the thing from Billy Madison.
they're at the Palace in Auburn Hills.
I know. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I gotta have that sound or something.
Correct.
that I've never been to.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, but the whole thing.
At no point during your intellectual rambling did you make 0 sense.
Yeah.
We're all now stupider for listening to your ramble.
I
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
A simple no would have worked.
That is simple. No would have been. All right. Let's revisit the world of overrated, underrated.
Yay!
I watched the Goldberg documentary this past weekend from the A&E.
How was it? Was it good?
Yeah, and you know what I really enjoyed about the Undertaker one and the Goldberg one is like when I saw the list of the documentaries for A&E, it was like Taker, Goldberg, WrestleMania 1, Rey Mysterio, Edge, the Bella Twins. So they presented 2 so far. And I'm like, it was Goldberg and the Undertaker. And I'm like, what have we not been told about the Undertaker? They literally did like a 5-hour fucking
that he shit in some waitress's handbag at a Chili's and fucking
Like-
Corpus Christi.
you know what I mean? It's like what haven't we explored here? And they actually explored. I feel like the first 25 minutes or so was a lot about the pre wrestling life of Mark from Texas.
I would have much rather have been the pre WWE where he was like Death Texas or Texas.
They went into that. Dude, they Texas Red and the WCW stuff and like so and they did a lot about his background. His mom they did a lot like at his mom's house with his mom, which I don't think they've ever even interviewed his mom.
No,
Anything. So
He killed his mom and his dad.
allegedly. We've debunked that now.
Damn it.
And with like the Goldberg one, they had a lot like with his wife. So like the A&E crew for these, I think have done a really good job at presenting these documentaries in a way that we haven't seen them before. So I would definitely
I might have to check them out then.
Is that on the cock?
no,
sorry.
that's on the A&E exclusively.
I'm so distracted by like huge bulge in Mr. Perfect's tights. Like Kurt Hennig was fucking packing some heat.
Yeah, he was.
Christ.
It was called a McDavid fucking double XL cup that he bought at fucking Walmart.
No, you see like pokage. Like that's
Oh.
not a cup.
Oh boy.
Good for him.
Good for Mrs. Perfect.
It was.
I was gonna say, Joe, do you want to fucking dig him up out of the grave and check it out for us?
Really into necromancy.
Feel free to fucking report back on next week's show.
What the fuck happens to your dick when your body disintegrates?
It disintegrates with the rest of you.
That's a shame.
Gone forever.
But it's a bone, isn't it? It's not a bone. I don't know. What is it? It's an
For being an
appendage?
expert on dick, you really don't know dick about dick.
Well, I don't know about dead dick. I know live dick.
Joe, I'm going to ask you a serious question.
Ernest left.
I'm going to try to say it without laughing.
I have factually given a few dicks some mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. That's
That
all I'm
wasn't the
saying.
question
That wasn't the
that
question.
I was going to ask.
Okay.
Joe, how familiar are you with your own penis?
I would say I'm an expert.
Okay. Could you point out the bone portion of your own penis?
Touche.
Okay.
Twist his dick.
Like,
No, the bone's
Like-
only there when he's hard.
But
Like,
they call it a boner.
I understand it gets hard, but like there's not a bone. And I understand it's called a boner. I get that. It's and pardon the pun, it's hard, okay? I get but,
Hey, you know what? At least you had the balls to say it.
there it is. But there is no actual bone in the boner. It's not so
Twist his dick.
So you
Hey.
die and your dick just disintegrates.
Hey, listen,
That's
wait,
impressive.
gone. It's gone
Jim.
with the rest of you.
way to be cock strong in that fucking argument, buddy.
I'm depressed right now. Like we're all gonna just die and lose our dicks. How are y'all not sadder about this?
Dead
I
with
mean, because I don't care about them like you do, Joe.
That's
Um,
enough use for life.
and I mean, here's the deal. For a very brief period of time,
Get off. I'm done.
Because-
I'm done.
Because by the time I die, it will have been fine. I don't need to worry about it when I'm dead because I'm dead.
I mean, I'm not going to use it once I'm dead. But for a brief period of time, Joe, after death,
Rick-O-Mortis.
it will be hard.
Yes.
So, um,
I want my tombstone to say Joe's dick disintegrated here. Like I just want that to be.
I want your two.
there's probably never mind.
The
I'm not
doctor
gonna
left
say
me
it.
alone for 30 minutes after I died.
Oh my god.
Rigor-mortis lost.
There's probably going to be a lot of other tombstones that could say that same exact thing, Joe.
I just love Craig's.
Hard to believe Joe lies here.
Joe 1, rigor-mortis 0.
Oh my god.
Flawless victory.
I think when Joe gets buried, you should
There's
just
gonna be like a PS. There's gonna be a PS on the bottom.
Wait,
Check my penis in 20 years.
y'all.
PSS. I'm actually 8 feet underground to give my dick more decomposing.
So
rate.
wait, you know how there's stories about how Stone Cold was almost named like Chili McFreeze or whatever. How are there no stories about the Undertaker almost being named Rick-O-Mortis? Like that had to be someone's idea. You can't tell me that writing team, someone wasn't like,
Let's call
we
him
should call him Rick-O-Mortis.
Let's call him rigor-mortis.
He's Irish. It's fine. He's got red hair.
right. It would work.
Everybody's favorite Irish Undertaker, Rigor-mortis.
And he's got like death makeup on his face. And he walks very stiff.
I mean, that's literally the Undertaker's gimmick. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm making a Rick-O-Mortis shirt.
Yes.
Hey,
Rigor-mortis to go with Rick O'Shea. I love it. It's everybody's favorite Irish tag team.
My favorite Irish tag team.
that's so fucking good. Rick. with the Undertaker's black hat. Just
Oh my god.
Rick-O-Mortis.
Mortis.
Whew.
Okay, so over under.
Yeah.
Now that we're back from health class and fucking
Overrated, underrated.
overrated, underrated, Goldberg edition. I tried to stall for this
Done.
one.
All right, overrated. What's your next topic?
Goldberg, overrated, underrated. His music, his entrance music.
Oh.
No. I'm gonna go underrated because that shit got me pumped up every time.
It
It
actually
still
works.
holds.
Yeah.
It still holds.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
man, that's what I'm
underrated
saying.
for that.
Underrated. I think that shit slaps. When people talk about like the best wrestling themes, I don't remember anybody ever bringing up Goldberg's music. That fucking
Speaking
shit
of
slaps.
Mortis, Ernest is back.
Oh, what's up, Rick-O-Mortis?
All right, give me the ones I missed so far.
We're still on the first. No,
Wow.
Don't tell him anything that just happened. Let him listen to this shit back and see the journey that we took.
Do I need to listen to? Oh, Jesus
Hold on.
Christ!
Hold on. He said, "Give me the ones that I missed." Is that the one before or after Rick-O-Mortis?
No, you're just gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, you're
You're gonna have to go back.
I am scared to now.
you should be.
Hold on.
We went on a journey, EJ. We went on a journey.
Okay.
Jim, if you decide to, you can put cold hard facts as Rick-O-Mortis on the back of the Rick-O-Mortis.
Oh my god, yes. That's so good.
Put hard in bold letters.
He's gonna die.
That's good shit. Okay.
Oh my god.
We just came up with $1 million shirt.
Oh, I'm hot.
Oh.
It's hot in here. It's never been hot in your apartment before.
Overrated, underrated. Goldberg's music.
Oh god, it hurts.
Actually, underrated.
Yeah, we all said that.
Well, welcome to the party.
Yeah.
All right. His entrance is like from the knock on the door to the time he's in the ring.
Underrated.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Especially with the WCW era.
So I'm gonna say properly rated.
Right.
Just because I feel like the intimidation when he was in WCW worked. Like you'd hear him like bang his head up against the fucking locker or whatever, and he'd come out, he'd hit the pyro, and do the smoke up his nose and do all that cool stuff. But like now it's like it takes him 37 minutes to get to the ring. Now I'm good.
I'm gonna go overrated because if it wasn't overrated, then Gilbert's making fun of it wouldn't be so funny.
Right.
Fucking the sparklers and shit, like that's
So good. So good.
Properly rated, because I think a lot of people do look at it as a great entrance.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's hard to be over or under.
I
His
think
winning
that-
streak.
I
The
think
winning
his entrance would be just as strong, just based on the music, without the like fucking sea of fireworks and all that.
See, I think it worked because he was the only guy that like had like true pyro for a while in WCW. It made his entrance fucking bigger than it needed to be. When he came to WWE, like everybody had pyro.
Yeah, true.
All right, his winning streak.
Highly overrated, considering that he really had like 64 matches and somehow he was like 137-0.
Jade Cargill's been undefeated fucking more days, and she's had like 27 matches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's properly rated because that's how you get somebody fucking over to take the title off of fucking Hulk Hogan.
I'll say probably rated also too.
They didn't have anyone to take the title off of Hogan that made sense
Right.
at that point because Sting had already done it and you had already blown that fucking popsicle stand.
You were there.
I was. Goldberg came in, got himself over with his act, arrive, jackhammer, leave. Yeah, it worked perfect. I'll say his undefeated streak was properly rated. Yeah.
Same here. Probably rated.
Part of a mullet.
I'm going to
his
go
job.
overrated. Any streak like that was as important as it was to end on just some random fucking show in shitty, dumb fashion.
Whoa.
Kevin Nash.
Whoa. His undefeated streak did not end at some random show. That ended at their WrestleMania, which was Starrcade.
But to Kevin fucking Nash with fucking
Taser.
Disco and
No, see,
Scott Hall and the
the question
taser.
question wasn't the end of the streak. The question was the streak. Because here's the thing. Undertaker losing after being so concussed that he couldn't stand up straight against Brock Lesnar probably isn't the way that I would have had Undertaker lose his streak either. But I don't say that his streak is overrated.
That's fair. That's you, though.
I personally... but
He's running like he's got
if that's what I'm saying. If you say he might. If you say the end of the streak, then yeah, I'm saying that's definitely overrated because Kevin Nash didn't
they
need that.
inflated the numbers. It ended poorly, and everybody talks about like a great thing. Like, yes, it was the catalyst to get the title off of Hogan. Cool, awesome. But I can't also deny the shitty factors of it as well. I'm not saying it's way overrated. I'll go slightly overrated.
7th row.
Royal Rumble 2020. Hold on a second. Put it on now. But continue.
I did. I loved it. Jim didn't.
I say it's probably rated.
I'm just going slightly over.
I mean, the way it ended sucked, obviously. It's the way it was executed.
Yeah, the ending was hot garbage.
To me, like I said, I only go overrated because they inflated those numbers like fucking WWE quoting WrestleMania attendance.
I mean, did you go back and count it? You could have won on house shows.
I mean, they even admitted they admitted on the documentary that they blew up the numbers.
That was like it was legit. Like you'd watch one episode of Nitro and it was like he's 74-0, and by the following Monday, when they've literally only had like 2 shows in between, even house shows, he was now like 83-0. Like that was legit.
Motherfucker didn't wrestle 11 matches in a week.
Right, exactly. Unless you count like his training at the power plant.
It's Hugh Morris.
Like 13-year-old Joe knew what fucking Goldberg was doing on the days that he wasn't on fucking Thunder or fucking Nitro.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood OneWrestling.com.
There was a time where he was fighting twice a week. I mean,
right, but not 11. I mean, but even Bischoff said like they inflated, and because I mean WCW as a whole by that point was getting silly. So
yeah,
it's not necessarily Goldberg's fault, but I have to take that into account. All right, last one, his spear.
I like his spear. I will go. I almost want to go underrated on it because I think it's a good spear, and I think that a lot of people just go ahead and say, "Oh, Goldberg's trash in the ring," and then hate on everything that he does in the ring. Like, I don't think anyone actually gives him any kind of credit for any of his in-ring work. And at the very least, Homeboy can throw a spear.
Considering it's the only good move he has in his arsenal, underrated.
No, the jackhammer was.
Well, the jackhammer was,
Yeah, the jackhammer.
I'll say properly rated. It was his most explosive move, obviously. The jackhammer was the finisher, but once he hit the spear, you knew it was curtains. So it worked for his character. It worked because he was a football player, and him running through people is kind of what he did as a football player. So, yeah, I'll say properly rated.
If Goldberg's character was so good, then why didn't it work when Ryback did it?
Because Ryback tried to do wrestling moves.
feed him s'mores.
Yes,
Feed
exactly.
him s'mores.
The one thing about Goldberg's spear, like over everybody else, he back in the day, he went through them.
He did.
Like,
oh yeah, it was he
You could
channeled
feel the
his
impact.
NFL energy into
His spears. Like we discussed a couple weeks ago about Roman Reigns spears, underrated, overrated kind of thing. We said overrated. This is more impactful. Like you watch that shit, and I'm looking at mostly the WCW capsule. Like you felt the fucking spear. You felt that shit through TV. It's like holy shit.
Can I add one more Goldberg overrated, underrated?
Go ahead.
Overrated, underrated. Him kicking Bret Hart's head into the 9th row at fucking Starrcade.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Mike, you saved yours for last.
Yay!
What a dick.
You want to take the lead on this one?
It's your topic. You know what? Why don't you go ahead?
I'm going to say vastly underrated. It got great depth. It was right through the money. It was like he was in
What a dick. Throw it in there. All right. All right. Joe, your turn.
Hold on.
Oh,
what are we doing in the bracket?
Oh, no, it's coming up. Let's go after this.
Okay, Joe, it's on you, bud.
Summertime wrestling memories and go.
What?
Take the marbles out of your mouth next.
You sound like me now, you dick.
I would have said that we accomplished this about 20 minutes ago, Rick-O-Mortis.
Did you do it again? Jim, did it again? Did you do it? Damn it.
Yeah.
Wings. What a dick.
Like your favorite memories from any wrestling show from the summertime. So it could be SummerSlam, but it could be Great
Money
American
Bank.
Bash.
Money
It could be
Bank.
I got mine.
You have some big summertime shows over the years.
Okay, I got one.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Hogan joining the NWO.
Oh, it's
Best-
easy. Yeah, best one.
I mean, yeah, that's a big one. That was a huge one.
So for me, this one, I mean, discussed it last week on the pod with Craig.
I thought
was-
you were going to tell us it was the match you just made us fucking sit through, you communist.
That was coming. No, obviously the match was hard garbage. Craig, we agree with that. But the build to fucking as a kid, as a 9-year-old in 1989, watching that bill with Zeus, as a 9-year-old, that thing was fucking awesome.
I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with you. I'm done with Zeus. Fuck this guy.
The build was the build as a 9-year-old was fantastic. It's actually, to be honest, with you, my first real memory.
Out that was fantastic, by the way.
What?
You're just living in a
Garbage.
fucking fantasy world.
It was horrible.
I was also 9 years old, assholes.
I don't care
Yeah, but
if you were 7. Hot garbage is hot garbage.
It was fun at
No,
9
no,
years old.
No, Mike.
Better Steve-O.
They went.
I'll
Look, listen, they went. Look, Jim.
You can't look back at-
Jim. They went all in this shit, dude. Let's be real. I mean, obviously in hindsight, it's fucking garbage. I agree with you. But as a 9-year-old, invest that shit. Zeus actually scared me. Zeus actually scared me at 9 years old.
Because you're a bitch.
Well, that too. Yeah, but you know. So it was that build. That build was actually fun as a kid.
I mean, I'm gonna throw a little bit of a flag, Mike. You can't sit there and tell me that there's not things that you liked when you were a kid that now you realize sucked, but you loved them as a kid. I'm gonna call BS on.
I love the build as a kid. I mean, as a whole.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, here's number 1, Jim. Just for you. Bret Hart.
My God, what a fucking ass.
He's a fucking asshole. Like what
Number 2, Hulk Hogan.
Fuck you, buddy.
Hulk Hogan. That racist fuck.
Well, in hindsight, of course, now fuck Hogan.
Number 3,
Jim, when we say
Shawn
fuck-
Michaels' left eye because it got away from his right eye.
Jim, what do you say? It was like fucking cool. We love Hulk. We hate Terry. And
Yeah,
that's it.
okay, Terry. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. So, anybody else want to jump on this summer memories? wagon?
I went to King of the Ring '94 in Baltimore. That was pretty fucking fun. You know, so then I was 9. You know, so like, I mean, even the Jerry Lawler Roddy Piper match was great. Had me invested as a 9-year-old. But I mean, that's not a great King of the Ring show now, looking back on it. But no, it was fucking great. I was at a pay-per-view as a kid.
I'm gonna say August still counts as summertime.
It is sometime.
100% counts as
So I'm gonna go with Hog Wild WCW pay-per-view that saw
Which year?
Dallas Page and Karl Malone take on Hulk
98.
Hogan and Dennis Rodman.
98. Yeah.
Well,
98.
Yeah, it was the Sturgis.
98.
And then the Diamond Dallas Page and Jay Leno versus Hogan and Bischoff, I think, at one of the Hog Wilds. You know, basically Hog Wild became the Real World Rules celebrity fucking edition.
That's right.
Cool.
Oh my god, I always loved when Nitro did the
From Panama City Beach.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the pool,
Yeah.
like fucking in the middle. That was awesome.
Yeah, those
Like, why that's not a playable level on the fucking
I don't
like
know, it's
2K
pissed off.
games is
Pissed
beyond
off.
me.
Why the fuck are they not doing that now instead of doing fucking Bash at the Beach in February in Cleveland? Like,
Yeah, for
like
real.
what the fuck are we doing? You're like, how did this happen?
Do it with NXT. They're in Florida.
Wasn't Eddie Guerrero versus JBL the match where Eddie bled?
That was at a
buckets?
great American.
At a Great
Bash,
American.
I wanted to say.
Yeah, I'll say that match is probably one of my favorite summertime matches.
I mean, hell, like War Games started out at the Great American Bash.
War Games. War Games.
Play it.
I heard it, dickweed. Let me get to the sounder.
War games! War games!
Jesus Christ. Don't tell me how to run a soundboard, EJ.
Games War.
Motherfucker.
Also, in the land of the real first thing that I probably really liked that everybody else hated, Smoking Guns.
Oh God.
Bart and Billy. Jesus. With Sonny or without Sonny?
I thought whenever I was young, I thought they were a good tag team. I hated them coming out with the little bottle cap guns and shooting them and trying to be like Walker, Texas Ranger, because they weren't as fucking vicious as Chuck Norris. And I knew that at the tender age of like 8. They ain't no Chuck fucking Norris. If they were, it'd be Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman.
Just to go along with his tag team, a late spring favorite when Bart Gunn got knocked the fuck out by Butterbean.
Was that Mania though?
Yeah,
That was Mania, yeah.
Mania
Let's
15.
say late spring.
Late spring.
But yeah, fucking knocked out.
It's one of my favorite turned shitty wrestlers, Bret Hart.
Have you guys ever been to SummerSlams?
I've never been to a SummerSlam.
Yes,
We've been to a couple.
we have.
I was at one.
We've been to one. We were in one in Toronto in 2019.
The 6, bitch.
We were in Brooklyn at
Twice.
least once.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. I guess that's it. I'm trying to think I ever went to a SummerSlam as a kid. I think that was my first SummerSlam, like whichever one.
Oh
was in
yeah,
Brooklyn.
Seth Rollins v. John Cena
15, I think, right?
from that.
Did you guys get to the spot on SummerSlam 93 here where they're showing the highlight of IRS
You still watching it?
3 kid?
Yes. Yeah, we just passed it with like the brain scan, and he's doing.
Yes.
They write 1040 for the fucking because it's the tax form. It's so goddamn good.
Here comes Jerry the King Lawler, fucking hobbling out to the fucking ring in crutches.
Oh
Oh my god.
Match against Bret the Zitman Fart.
I'm on Royal Rumble 2020. I got
Of course
bored.
you are, you fucking communist.
So I'm thinking SummerSlam 90. That whole build was pretty cool. The whole Hogan fucking earthquake thingy.
I
You
love
know, writing fucking letters to Hogan after he fucking got busted up and shit.
I have that on VHS sitting right over here.
hmm
that.
Double main event, by the way.
I mean, Rick Rude versus
Warrior in the cage.
Salad Steel.
Excellent match.
Okay.
One of the few good matches of Warrior's career.
Yeah, why didn't we watch that on a watch along? Instead, we had to sit through a fucking Bret Hart British Bulldog match.
I wanted to do it on a year where it's like an anniversary, like a 25 or 20 or 30. So
But it's an anniversary every year. It's just
fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. How about that?
specific numbers, you weirdo.
Fuck you. How about that? Thank you.
17th anniversaries count. Like,
God damn it, dude. Let me do what I do, okay?
wait,
Thank
wait,
you.
do you
Hold on,
only
hold
buy Lauren gifts
Hold on.
on like the numbered one,
Hold
like the
Yeah, I
big-
do. That's how I run my household, buddy.
Wait, hold on. What did you just say?
What? I mean, that's like 4 different things we're talking about.
What did you say about being the head of your household?
Acknowledge me.
Did you literally just say that on this show?
No, I said I do that in my household. Acknowledge me.
If someone's going to acknowledge you, it's going to be your wife as she stares down at your grave after you just said you were the head of that household. You're going to be the first one to wear
What
the
sucks about this, Jim, is that he actually knows my wife and works with her too. On top of that, this was
Remember earlier how we were doing the building up of the grave with his is probably going to be built in down.
very alive.
No, you'll understand when you listen back.
I can't wait. Oh, not really.
Rick-O-Mortis.
Any other summertime memories in your people sentence?
It was about 15 minutes ago when you weren't here, and we cut the fucking funniest part of this entire fucking show. Rick-O-Mortis.
The very first TLC match happened at a SummerSlam.
Actually, you think I'm crazy? The fucking Extreme Rules from fucking 3 years ago was actually fun.
Oh, are you talking about the horror show in Extreme Rules? Where we had
No. Before that one. Before that one.
So you're a communist.
No. Year before that one. Year before that. That was when fucking Lashley and Strowman through the fucking video like lighting screen, LED screen. That one. Oh, that was a good card though. I think Brock had actually cashed in tonight too, if I'm not mistaken.
Bret Hart.
On Seth.
Boy, looks like a weirdo in that. fucking
Yeah.
shirt.
So, all right, guys, let's get to the bracket. Let's get to the bracket.
Oh, all right. Let me pull that up. Over on the other side, final 2 teams standing for the 3CT guys are Death Triangle and the Omega Bucks.
I like it.
We'll start the top half of our bracket, the 9 versus 13. It is FTR and Jonathan Gresham against the Blackpool Combat Club's John Moxley, Wheeler, Uter, and Brian Daniel Bryanson. I will start FTR Gresham.
I didn't hear what you said.
FTR Gresham versus the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, I'll go FTR Gresham. I like them.
Toolbox.
It's like Joe. I'll follow Joe.
Blackpool.
Blackpool. Toolbox.
Fuck.
Oh, here we go.
It's not that difficult.
FTR and Gresham versus the Blackpool. I'll go Blackpool. Fuck it.
All right. Craig gets the tiebreaker, so we know this is going to fucking go. Thanks, Ernest. Fuck.
I think I get Craig involved with this thing. Let's go.
The names of the teams?
It's FTR and Jonathan Gresham, who are the current Ring of Honor World.
Here's the deal. You know me longer than everybody else's fucking podcast.
Yes,
Do what I vote for. I voted for.
Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson.
That's two people.
Jon Moxley and Wheeler Yutter.
Bryan and Moxley and
Yutter.
Blackpool.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Thanks, Ernest. You fuck. Yeah, I already said it to Joe, and I'm going to fucking prolong this as long as I can. I'm not fucking voting for Eddie Kingston and fucking Pride and Powerful. I'm taking Hookhausen and Wardlow.
So am I. Let's go.
Fuck Joe. Fuck you guys. Really, really fucked that one up last week.
I'm just happy that Wardlow and Hookhausen have gotten it this far.
Jim, would you like to cast an actual vote?
Wait, what's happening? Why is everybody fighting?
Wardhausen.
Kingston and fucktards versus Hookhausen and Wardlow.
I like Wardlow and Hookhausen.
I do too.
That's a sweep. Yeah, Pride and Powerful should have lost to the Briscoes and Josh Alexander last week, but I digress. All right, final teams. Final two teams for the Take 3 side of the bracket is the Blackpool Combat Club and Wardlow / Hookhausen. So the final four teams, the Take 3 side is that matchup. The 3 count side is Death Triangle versus the Omega Bucks. We'll get a live show with all of us where we can discuss who walks away as the first champion. We don't know if that'll be next week or the week after because Jim's got to talk to everybody. So, yay!
All right.
It may work out better to do it in 2 weeks, but yeah.
Okay, do 2 weeks then. Fuck it.
Because I know Ryan's off next week.
We're pretty standard next couple weeks, right, Mike? We're pretty standard. Nothing I don't know.
Like I told you, next week is SummerSlam, Flair's last match. Probably a recap of the Ring of Honor show. We got shit that can fill our show next week.
Yeah. Let's do 2 weeks. And that way, yeah. Because after SummerSlam, it's going to be a fucking dead period for August, pretty much, until the Castle show. All right, let's get to the rest of the week.
Hold on, I got to open up that part of my spreadsheet.
I think you're first week, my Mike, right? For this.
Yeah, I have the extra pick this week.
Yeah, let's go.
Hold on, I got to open up my spreadsheet. I already said that. Fuck, man, pay attention.
The Greek Freak! Giannis!
Thank you, Giannis.
How's that drug? How them drugs going?
All right, so I have the first pick this week because, it's the way the cookie crumbles. So I'm going to go completely out of left field because, I'm known to do that from time to time. As my fucking spreadsheet doesn't want to fucking load, so I'm going to bring it up on my phone because fuck it, that's why. I'm going to go with the new Defy Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Anyone want to take a guess on who those gentlemen are?
I don't know.
Of course
Take
you
a
don't.
stab.
Is it the American Wolves?
No.
I have no idea.
Joe can't get it? No, I definitely can't get it.
It is the makeshift tag team of one Christopher Daniels and Swerve.
That's random.
Interesting.
Super random.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's interesting. It's just random.
Joe?
Craig, why don't you take my first pick?
Wow. Tell us you didn't watch wrestling or prepare for this podcast without telling me you didn't prepare or watch wrestling.
I actually did watch most of Raw.
Then how the fuck can't you come up with one guy?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
Yeah, it's obviously
God.
theory of relativity.
No, he didn't do anything this week.
He showed up. He was on camera.
Yeah, but that's not like really doing
He
something.
lost to AJ Styles on them.
What, AJ?
Yeah, but he
Baldy
lost.
cut a fucking good promo.
Stop giving him reason.
No, because like Seth Rollins did more than that this week. Like at least he beat Elias. I mean Ezekiel.
No, Ezekiel.
Kayfabe.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
Elias's brother.
Wrong with you people.
I don't know. Who do you got on your list? You
Oh,
always
no.
got a
I'm
list.
not giving everybody my list this week.
Oh,
No,
let me see
my
your
list.
list.
My list, fools.
I want to see your list.
No.
Please.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Do the work, Joe. Like, I just feel like every week, like, Mike gets, 7 picks because he picks Joe's wrestler of the week as well.
He ain't lying.
It's not inaccurate.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna put Seth Rollins on mine because I can't think of anybody else.
No shit.
Jim, your pick.
I'm going with that man that's getting paid in multiple companies next weekend, and that's JEFFJARRETT
Hell yeah.
as Jeff Jarrett, motherfuckers. Dude, I actually listened to My World this week, and that was so goddamn good.
You got time to listen to another podcast? That's cool.
So hold on. So I texted to Joe privately, so I didn't want to blow up the group chat. I said, is it wrong that I'm going to boo Ric Flair for Ric Flair's last match? I'm actually going to cheer.
Oh, he's the heel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not for nothing.
Tim and I, patreon.com/3CountThursday. Tim and I were discussing that this week.
Motherfucker is heel.
So 2 things. Number 1, that's Bill Alfonso as the referee in
Yeah,
this
it
match.
is. He calls it right down the middle,
Number 2, Conrad Thompson is actually giving us the ultimate forbidden door with this show. Because not only has he got like every company involved, I mean, the main event literally has a Ring of Honor AEW guy teaming with WWE executive taking on fucking Ric Flair from a time machine and fucking
AEW superstar
AAA superstar.
Wings.
Like, seriously, like that's not even counting all the other like
that fucking soundboy.
matches in that show, but like seriously, not only is he giving us the forbidden door like every company, but like it's in a fucking Jim Crockett Promotions ring, technically speaking. He's time travel forbidden door does.
But yes, look at it. Ric Flair used Jay Lethal to train to get into shape for this match. He told Jay Lethal that he's a mid-card, basically a mid-carder at best, and wasn't gonna put him on the card. Disrespects Jeff Jarrett in Nashville, who's working on all this other shit for this show to make this show bigger. Ric Flair's 100%, but he's the dirtiest player in the game. It fits the bill. But he's absolutely
will be always.
Absolutely the heel.
Yeah, I'm booing that son of a bitch. Your pick there, Craftsman.
Brody King. Big win over Darby last night.
I will take the winner of the Women's Battle Royal from NXT Bioluminescent brand, Zoe Stark.
Ooh.
You want to give Craig your pick this time?
Sure.
Craig, go ahead.
Montez. I think he's only a couple of more matches away before turning on Dawkins.
You think before or after SummerSlam?
I think SummerSlam might be their last match. I mean, because at this point, nobody's taking the titles off the Usos, and it's their third, fourth shot at their titles. Plus they've mentioned it over the last couple of weeks about them having trouble. So they're going to break up, and I think him as a heel would be a phenomenal.
I was just going to say that. I think he'd be a fantastic heel.
Yeah. And you get him like most guys usually you got to give him the stepping stone and give him the U.S. title. I think you can definitely put him in the IC.
I kind of feel like if he gets a U.S. title, let's say he gets it like say in December or whatever, might actually matter anymore. I don't know. I feel like it'll actually matter.
It only matters how it's booked.
Yeah, well, of course.
Jim?
I'm going to go with the successfully defending the NXT UK tag team titles from NXT this week, Briggs and Jensen.
I have them on my list. Good pick. Snap on, it's on you.
Even though I hated the result last night, I'm going to go Chris Jericho.
Great. I have the last pick because I get the extra this week. I'm going to go from the G1 Climax over in Tokyo, Japan. I'm going to take Aaron Hanare from the United Empire. He defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi in their first match of G1. So give me Hanare as the final pick this week. I almost took Joe's favorite tag team in the world, but I chose against it, even though they went
Austin Theory's abs won a match.
No, Alley Catch and Effie won 2 tag title matches.
Pussy.
So I almost took Bussy, but I decided against it, and I decided to go with Hanare because he beat Tanahashi, who somehow finished like 4th in some of people's on this podcast wrestler of the month last month.
Pussy.
All right, cool. Anyone want to plug anything? Jim, go ahead.
3CT, 3CountThursday.com, all podcast platforms. 3CT Pod. We have independent wrestler Bro Keller on with us next week to help us preview SummerSlam. He's a guy up here in the Northeast Mid-Atlantic area. Huddle Up Podcast. We dropped another episode this week. There'll be a couple more going throughout August before we start back up on the 23rd of August.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
Now, Jim, as a wrestling fan, an independent wrestling fan from Pennsylvania, have you ever been sexually assaulted by Mike Quackenbush?
Jesus.
I personally have not. No.
Oh, okay. But you or someone you love may have been.
Possibly.
Why don't you just turn this into like transvaginal mesh fucking?
You ever go to Camp Sandusky?
Good God.
Jim, ever been to Camp Sandusky?
No, I have not.
Hey, you want to plug anything before we go?
No, I plugged before I got here. I'm good.
All right.
Joe.
3 times.
Joe, want to plug?
No.
Jesus.
Ernest?
Michael,
I'm not even going to plug myself.
Ernest, you go. I get to finish this week.
Okay. I want to say Edith Christian 7 on
Fuck that up.
Edith Christian 7 on Twitter. Wrestling Podcast. That's it. Good show as always. Michael.
You can follow me at They Call Me Burn. You can follow the show at Take the Number 3 Wrestling. If you want to listen to me talk about baseball, I do a podcast about South Florida Men's League Baseball, Sunny Days and Double Plays. I was a guest on this week's episode of The Student of the Game with our good friend Kyle Nash. You can listen to that where we talk about the North, the AFC North. Student of the Game. Find that there on Spotify.
Not Game of Thrones?
Not Game of Thrones, because
I heard the North. I'm thinking
Toronto Raptors. We the
We the
North.
North. Other than that, guys,
Peter North.
Just wait.
Enjoy.
Hey, just wait. Hold on. Just wait till we get to NFC East, Jim. You and I.
Yeah, I'm the bitch.
Exactly. You know what? When you guys discuss the North, I might have to take a break from work. Come on the Huddle Up podcast to discuss the North, so I can talk about the greatness that is the AFC North. Because nobody's going to give us any credit this year, so I'm going to talk about that some more. Other than that, you can hang out with us any Thursday. We record Friday. It goes live. Earnestly Speaking Podcast Network. Craig, that guy over there is going to the bathroom or something. I don't know. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Sorry you had to sit through another fucking Bret Hart match. I'll make sure that he doesn't do that again next week. Fuck this.
Next week, Bret Hart, Undertaker, 97.
Rick-O-Mortis. Shirt coming.
I am so scared of this fucking
tpublic.com/user/3CountThursday.
What a move. Where did I go?
Rick-O-Mortis and his
for fucking pieces of shit.
Okay.
Rick-O-Mortis and Ricochet, everybody's favorite Irish tag team. See you guys next week.
God, yes.